What's good, y'all? SGG Game, man. It's your boy SmooveGotGame, aka GM Smooth, back with another Reds Rebuild episode, man. If you guys are as hyped as I am to get this season over with, put your hands together, make some noise, applause, as we have finally made it through, what's this now, year 3 of the franchise rebuild. And it's looking like we're pretty well on our way to securing a playoff spot, as well as being a high seed. You know, we're at 87-50 right now. There's even eyes on a potential 100-win season, which is, I wouldn't say rare, but if you hitting 100 wins, you probably are the best team in baseball. You probably going to go in on that World Series. So I'm hoping that's the boat we can put ourselves in as we look here today to go ahead and get through a big majority of September, focus on our September call-ups, and really put ourselves in good position to go ahead and take that #1 overall seeding. And a big part of doing that here today, as we go ahead and jump straight into the calendar, at 87-50, we have the Braves, Brewers, Cardinals, Braves again, Orioles, Pirates, Cardinals, Brewers. So a big portion of our schedule is basically 3 teams with a mixture of the Orioles and Pirates in there who are pretty irrelevant, but the Braves are actually a good team. So we'll start off here with Eliza Hernandez coming into this ball game looking like he can get a complete game shutout, as we are up 7-0 with Ronald Acuna Jr. coming up to the plate. Now he's already tired, 92 pitches deep, which is something nice to see. I love seeing my starters get up there in the 90s and 100s in the pitch count, not getting taken out early. But let's see what that stuff is looking like here with 93 pitches into the ball game. The 0-1 pitch, 90-mile-per-hour four-seamer, not too wild as we skip ahead to an even count 2-2, and that circle change is hit it a long way back into left field, gone, as that will be a solo home run to effectively knock out the shutout and put this Braves team, it's probably not even gonna give them no hope. We're still up 7-1, but you just hate to see the shutout ruined like that. And next up, we'll have Austin Riley, as we still try to complete this complete game. I mean, 1 run is in, but no point in bringing in your bullpen at this point. I mean, some people probably would go and get their bullpen in right now, but there's no point. We got plenty of other games. You never know when you'll need, to empty out your bullpen for a start because it's so bad. So I want to save them if possible. We're 103 pitches in. He's got the next 2 outs. Now I just need 1 more. Marcell Ozuna, 1-2 count here. Swings and misses through the slider, so that's a strikeout to get out of here. You would have loved it to come 1 batter earlier to keep the shutout. But just like that, we effectively go ahead and take care of Atlanta here in game #1 as Eliza Hernandez goes and completes the complete game victory, further lowering that ERA even lower than it already is. 9 innings, 3 walks, 6 strikeouts, only 2 hits this game. It's just a sad fact that one of them had to be a solo home run. You see Moustakas hitting home run number 28, Gallo 31, and Hernandez is 14th on the season with 103 RBIs coming there from Gallo. You see we lose the next game 11-7, so runs at a premium, only to come right back into a pitcher's duel the next day as Hunter Green now has his opportunity for a complete game shutout, starting off once again with Marcell Ozuna. Bottom of the lineup, so 8, 9, and 1 hitters is what he'll have to face, so a little bit easier of a road. And you see 66 pitches from Hunter Green this late into the ball game. This man has been dominant. That has to be pitch to contact. There's not too many strikeouts that you're getting with only 66 pitches to this point. Now we have an 0-2 count here to Marcell Ozuna, who will pop this one up. Aguilar will go ahead and go over and take care of it. As you can see, even by their at best, this is their 3rd time through the order, so only one person has made it go a little bit longer as that's a strikeout to get out of there. Jonathan Villar will watch the 4-seamer off the plate and walk over, so they're probably like their 2nd base runner of the entire game as they look to get a little bit of life here. Still down 3-0. Watches that slider just barely clip the plate, and they are down to their final strike here. Alex looking, pops this one center field. Jay Allen looks like he's going to get underneath it cleanly, and that'll be the final out of the ball game. We take the series here from Atlanta back at home 2-1. Sucks that we had to lose that game in the middle by a lot of runs, but 2 good quality starts, 2 good complete games, and unfortunately only 1 shutout to show for it. But this was a great start by Hunter Green, exactly what we need to see before the postseason, making sure that all of our starters are in tip-top position to give us the outings that we need. 9 innings, 6 strikeouts here today. Only 1 walk, 1 hit. So like I said, only 2 people ever touched base for them. Only hit coming way of, looks like Riley, the 3rd baseman there. Probably got a little loop single or something. But good job by the offense putting together enough runs to go ahead and bring the dub. Gallo, first triple of the season, 3 RBIs. I don't know how his slow behind moved all the way over to third base, but it was enough to go ahead and put us up. We're looking and eyeballing 90 wins now, 89-51. Starting to eliminate some teams. You see the Pirates and Cubs. Not Cubs. What am I saying? Pirates down there near the bottom. As we're going and trying to eliminate these teams up out the way to better verify ourselves the division. We want to clinch it as soon as possible. Now we got a series here against the Brewers. It looks like we end up losing that one, unfortunately, though, 2-1. So that probably will keep them alive just a little bit as we go right back to the standings. They are now 1 game away from being eliminated. So if we win this next one or they lose, we'll at least knock them out and still have the Cardinals to worry about with 5. And if we can sweep this Cardinal series, that would be great. As we, oh my gosh, 16-2, 21 hits total here. Everybody had at least 2. Looks like 3 people with 3 in Granger, Moustakas, and Allen. Devers hit a home run, 4 RBIs. I'm surprised he was the only home run. So for us to score 16 runs here today and he have the only home run for the RBIs, this was a complete offensive juggernaut performance against the team that we're really trying to put away. I mean, they can still probably make the wild card. They're at 75-69. They're at a good spot. But Nick Lodato coming in and delivering a great start here. 7 innings, 2 earned runs, with 10 strikeouts coming in for relief of injured Tariq Skubal. And we answer that right back up with winning game number 2. We win this game 1-0. Only 2 runs this game. Thankfully, Granger hit a solo home run. Otherwise, we would have went to extra innings. But thankfully, Hunter Green, 6 1/3, able to put up another shutout performance. Just not able to go the distance. Luis Caesar doing a good job in the last 2 outs, and Sims getting his 43rd save of the season. But just like that, we're at 92 wins, 8 wins away from hitting 100. And unfortunately, we lose the last game of the series, but that should be enough to try to push us forward to taking this division. And of course, we're going right back to Atlanta this time. 16 games up. We are 1 game away from clinching the division and knocking the Cardinals effectively out of contention. If they lose or we win, I would say we in, but we in for sure anyway. I'm surprised we just haven't clinched a playoff spot. So with that being said, I decided let's go ahead and hop into this full game. A chance to go ahead and clinch the division. Why not show this off as we are coming to this game? The Braves 84-63. I think they are second in the NL East behind the Philadelphia Phillies still, who are actually right behind us in terms of fighting for that number 1 seed in the postseason. But obviously they're still fighting for the division a little bit harder than we are. And today we'll have to go up against Max Fried. I'm pretty sure that's how you say it, Fried. 29 starts this season, a 10-9 record, 4 ERA. So maybe looking to tee off a little bit here today. Whip is a little bit higher than I would like to see from one of my starters, with only 158 strikeouts compared to 185 walks in 180 innings. Yeah, this could be a day where we just score 16 runs. We might be able to duplicate it. Here, Jonathan India will come up to the plate, batting .262 this season. Looking very strong as a leadoff hitter. Would have loved it closer to 270, 280, but you'll take 260 as well. As he takes the first pitch he sees, 4-seamer off the plate, chopped over to shortstop for the first out of the ball game. 4 pitches later, we got Jay Allen with an even 2-2 count. The pitch as he lines this one down foul territory. Jay Allen has been a surprising rookie. 247 this year, not as impressive as Doug Granger, but has done good in his moments. Now there's a strikeout hitting up in the lineup today with us facing a lefty, so he will take over the number 2 role. Still got Rafael Devers batting third, and with good reasons. That's lined out to the outfield as that will hit off the glove. I think they will score that one a base hit, as with 2 outs, we might have something cooking here a little bit late. As Joey Gallo comes up with the 2-1, just barely slinging through that slider. Only hitting .230 this season, but at least the power and RBIs have been there when he needed them. And so have the strikeouts. I think he's leading the league in strikeouts, as well as I think up there in walks too. Now we'll turn things over to Luis Severino, a guy that I used to think would be our ace, and that season has not looked like it. 28 starts, 9-6 record, a 4.3 ERA. Whip is even higher than the pitcher we're facing, so the Braves probably licking their chops too, thinking, ooh, we about to tee up. And I'll start off with Alex Verdugo. Yeah, I think it's Verdugo. Batting .286 this season as a leadoff hitter. That's what I would have liked ours to be doing. But so far, we got him to a 2-2 count here. Off of 4 pitches, and he watches the circle change, freezes him at about thigh high to go in and get the first out of the ballgame for us, maybe settling Luis Severino down a little bit as Nelson Valdez is up next, and he flies this one out to Granger. He'll go ahead and settle underneath it, shy of the warning track for the second out. As we get a look at, as we were getting a look at some of the standings down there, you see the Padres were leading the West. As we look at some other playoff competition, as we're getting that strikeout on Acuna Jr. Staying here with Luis Severino, 2 outs already. Marcell Ozuna, who we've seen be a problem for us in the last series. Looking to try to deal with them here early. The 0-1 pitch is a four-seamer in on the hands. Taken for ball number 1. And that pitch has got too much of the plate. That is a fly ball going deep to left field. And that one is going to be out of here. The solo home run that effectively ends any hopes of a shutout for this one, but puts the Braves on the board first. And they're not done just yet, as that ball will get down in the outfield and go up into the corner. Gallo will try to get there as quick as possible and just hold him to a double, as that throw came in just a little bit behind. But with 2 outs, they got a rally going here. Tyler Soderstrom is up at the plate, batting .216 this season, so it's no wonder he's this low in the batting orders. He hits this on the grounder, Hernandez, who will throw from a knee and in that second inning. So limited the damage, but now it's time for us to try to do some damage right back. Our bats are just as hot if we can get going. Tyler Stevenson batting over 300 at the 9 spot, looking to get something going for the top of the order, and that'll be a ball that gets down in the gap. It'll hit up against the wall. Right fielder will go in and try to glove it and throw it in, but that'll be a 1-out double. Looking to try to replicate maybe something that they did, maybe get a home run coming up soon. That's double number 32 for the season too. That's up there with the lead, team lead. Jonathan Inning grounds us over to third base, and a little base running error here as Tyler Stevenson gets caught trying to go to third base. Just normal me, I would love to, like, if it's a ground ball, go to third, try to get there quickly before the tag, but just could not do it because he had already started to head back. And there you get him swinging on the drop third strike, and that'll effectively end that third inning for us. Unfortunately, not able to pick up any runs, a little base running mishap there, but we will go into the top of the fourth. Still down 1-0, but at least we're starting with the heart of the order. 3-4-5 endeavors. 171 hits this season, tied for second in the entire National League. I don't know where he's at in terms of the major leagues, but it's got to be up there as well, as that ball will get down up against the wall, and that'll be a double this time. Now he'll be in sole possession of second place for the NL in hits with 172 after that one, and gets the inning started off on a good note. Joey Gallo checks his swing, or so he thought. They're going to say he went around. That is strikeout number 1 of the inning. Cesar Hernandez, 1-2 count. He'll ground this one over to shortstop. They'll throw over to second base. He'll throw back over to second. Not in time. And that's how you effectively run it. Take a little step, get them nervous, and now we got runners at first and second, as that is a liner to shortstop. Luckily, it wasn't 2. But we'll have 2 outs, and one of our most clutch hitters of the series, Mike Moustakas. 1-2, swings and misses at the slider off the plate. They got him to chase. And just like that, that run scoring chance that we had is out the window. Now we'll go back to Luis Severino, trying to settle down a little bit here. As this ball misses Granger a little bit. Luckily, no move up there from Acuna Jr. Maybe he wasn't paying close enough attention or didn't feel like that was a safe move. But Uzi Albiz will get the pitch, miss, but he will take off for second base and get it in time. Going back to the plate, 2-2 count. Runner is now at second base. We've got to try to get a strikeout here. We can't allow the runner to move up and score any more than they already have. And there's the slider low, getting them swinging through for out number 1. And Danby flying this one deep. The Gallo, he will go ahead and catch it, and not deep enough to go ahead and move the runner up. So just like that, 2 outs. Marcelo Ozuna, 1-2 count. Swings and misses at the slider low. And there it is. Their run scoring opportunity squashed out as well. As we're going to stay here with Luis Severino. Bottom of the 5th, 1 out. Tyler back up at the plate, and so far it's a 3-0 count. Pitch count is getting up there too. 73 pitches. Could be starting to get a little bit tired, as that is a straight 4-pitch walk to put somebody on. Now Patrick Bailey will come up. He's got a 2-0 count as well, and we'll watch the third pitch for a 3-0 count effectively too. Now they do get the call there on the 4-seamer, but with a 3-1 count, Severino cannot hit that backdoor slider, and that is his second straight walk. We go ahead and go to a mound visit here. And I see the energy getting low. I'm looking at my bullpen and thinking, we're only in the 5th. If this inning gets out of hand, I need my long reliever, Luis Castillo, to be up and ready just in case. So with 1 out, a 1-0 count here. He watches that cutter low. We're still at 2-0. And that is a fly ball going deep back. Granger's going to warm back to the warning track at the wall, and he'll glove it before it hits up against it. Be able to get the throw in, so it will be a sac fly to move the runner to third base. But just like that, we at least have 2 outs and a chance to get out of this unscathed, as that is a ground ball up the middle. Base hit for an RBI. And Atlanta takes a 2-0 lead here in the 5th inning. And I'm trying to decide, do I let Severino keep going? Why not? 0-2 count. Can't get him to offer that low and away cutter, and he's at 89 pitches. 2 innings of 20 pitches or more. No innings with single-digit pitches. At least it led to a strikeout here to go ahead and effectively get that strikeout to end the 5th. And we'll go to the top of the 6th. We still need runs on our end. Jay Allen, 2-0 count. Gets froze by the sinker to be 2-2. Max Fried is looking strong in this start. As at 93 mile per hour, he's not getting him to off-ride it. Rafael Devers, 31 home runs, 95 RBIs, batting over 300. You just got to get him up to the plate with a chance to make something happen. Jay Allen, full count. He will chop this one over to second base, who will glove it, do a spin throw over to first, and they got him. So no leadoff base runner, but Rafael Devers is 2 for 2 in this game. Looking to maybe make it 3 for 3, as that is a high fly ball there on the slider up in the zone, going back to the wall, gone! Solo home run for the Big Red Machine, as Rafael Devers hits home run number 32 on the season and gives this Reds team some life, shows they can score a little bit of runs, as that'll hopefully give us some hope to maybe get a rally going, as now we're just down 2-1. And we're looking to make something happen here with Doug Granger coming up next. 2-1 count. He will watch the fourth pitch over there to go 3-1. Fried maybe getting a little bit tired here as that pitch comes up near 82. As that fly ball will be caught for the first out here in the 7th inning. We jumped ahead. Mike Moustakas 2-0 count to himself as well, and he will go up 3-0. Ahmad Rosario is on the on-deck circle, batting under 200, but plenty of speed to give them a little bit of a scare. Watches that four-seamer over the plate. Pitch count getting near the 90s. 3-1. And that is a curveball that catches a little bit too much of the plate, but he might have lucked out as that ball does not have enough strength or wind behind it, as it falls in shallow center field there about midway through. And Rosario now, he will take the first pitch he sees, though, for a base hit, trying to get that average over 200 and show that he's useful to this bench and not just as a pinch runner. And we've got 2 outs now with a runner at first base, as he took that thing straight up the middle, and they actually will go in with a pitching change. Max Fried has done his job. They're like, that's a good start, a quality start. You made it through, got into the 7th inning. I think it's 6 1/3 today. And his stuff was good. We just couldn't get comfortable with him. He was striking out Gallo left and right, even though Devers was getting on base, so we didn't get RBIs from there. Hernandez was off balance. He kept Jay Allen off balance, so nobody was on base for Rafael Devers. Jonathan India was looking sluggish, so they'll go to Kendall Graveman in 62 games, 8 holds, a 6-4 record, ERA up by 5. So you know, as soon as I saw that, I'm thinking, oh yeah, it's time to go to work. And unfortunately, they out here giving them the calls. Tyler Stevenson gets called strike 3 on them. And we go to a bullpen of our own. TJ Atone is going to come in. I did not end up going with Luis Castillo, but we will bring in TJ Atone, 27 games, 8 holds as well, but his ERA is significantly lower. Opponent batting averages are way below 200. So I felt comfortable with them coming in, trying to keep this game close. The first batter that he sees, though, this will be a fly ball that will go deep to the outfield and jump up against the wall for a leadoff double here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Now, next up, he's got Patrick Bailey going up. He's going to strike this ball out. 0-2 count here, as he watches this one for strikeout number 2 as well. Trying to get out of this inning without scoring a run. It is 0-2, 2 outs. And he swings and misses at the slurve low. And that'll go ahead and effectively end that 7th inning. We're going to stay with him here in the bottom of the 8th as we try to go ahead and get a strikeout. But that is a long fly ball. We might as well not even chase it, as that solo homer is going to get out of here for a 3-1 lead. And thanks to that home run, we are now down 3-1. So it's looking even more grim from this. I was hoping TJ Tone could come in and shut the door, keep it close, to give us a chance to maybe tie this up in the 9th inning. But now it'll take 2 runs, as we do get a little ground out and strikeout there to go ahead and end things off. This pop-up will go right behind Moustakas' head. He'll go ahead and glove it. We'll go to the top of the 9th. 3 outs away from victory. They go to Chad Green. 34 saves and 43 opportunities. So he's blown a lot. Hasn't been the best closer out there by any means. He's blown a lot of saves, so it is possible. Joey Gallo will get things started for us with a chance for us to basically go ahead and get a victory. As you see down there, Aaron Note threw a no-hitter against us. Oh, heck nah. I'm glad we ain't have to watch any parts of that game. I'm glad I didn't see that. That'll be a strikeout, though, as we go back up top here to what's happening today. Is that strikeout will get in, and with 1 out, we look at this fly ball. It's a solo home run. Cesar Hernandez just hits that out of the park in right field. Definitely don't want to be distracted right now, as if we had only kept it a 2-1 game. That 15th home run of the season for Cesar Hernandez would have just tied this one up and had us going to extra innings, possibly winning the game right now. But there's still more work to do. I'm glad we were able to get that home run in, but now we need to get a little rally going to tie it back up. Doug Granger with a full count here. Fouls off the four-seamer, not able to do much with it. Full count. Could have took that one and walked. Unfortunately, he'll have to pop over to third base for the second out of the inning. And now this game basically ultimately comes down to Mike Moustakas. A 1-1 count here as he swings over the curveball. Making it 1-2. Chad Green looking to put this away with the four-seamer. He will. And that'll be your ball game as we lose here to Atlanta 3-2. If only we hadn't given up the home runs that we did, we could have walked out here with the dub. Even if we didn't give up that late inning one, at least we would have been tied going to extra innings. But it was a close game. Severino, 6 innings, 2 earned runs. CJ Tony ended up finishing it out 2 innings, 1 earned run. Very solid day pitching. We just didn't have any offense to kind of back it up there to finish things off. Now you see we end up losing game number 2 and 3 of the series, unfortunately, and 4. We actually get swept by Atlanta. So from looking pretty strong to getting 100 wins to now it's looking rocky. We do clinch the division though, 92-58. Even though we got swept in on a 5-game losing streak, we were able to do enough to go ahead and clinch the division. So we will at least be in that spot, and it's just all up to the Phillies, who also have the same record, 92-58, who will be taking the 1 seed. Now here you see a critical situation as we have a chance to try to walk this game off. Tyler Stevenson is 2 for 2 on the day, and we have runners at the corners with 1 out. Down 2-1 here, Baltimore trying to turn this losing streak around. As Tyler Stevenson at the plate, over 300 is exactly who I want in this scenario. They're going to try to pitch out, making sure Jay Allen is over there at first base and staying at first base. Not trying to have him move up. 2-2 pitch here as it's even up, and Tyler Stevenson hates himself right now. Pops this over to first base, my bad, for the second out of the inning. Next up, Jonathan India. At least we're at the top of the lineup, and he will get a clutch base hit into the outfield. That will score a run in, and at least we will be seeing extra innings here today, as long as we put things away in the bottom half. But still, 2 outs. Time to at least get a lead. Cole Sulser will come into the game. 14 holds on the season, 43 games, for replacing the closer there. As they go ahead and try to make something shake here. Full count. Whoa! As we get lucky there with the ball 4 call. I'll even put my hands up. That was clearly a strike. Ahmad Rosario up next, 1-2, and I guess they say ball don't lie, as that ball will find the glove of an Orioles outfielder and take us to the bottom of the ninth. Brudisar Gratterall is looking to shut the door here to give us a chance to go to extra innings and try to win it. Harrison Bader, 0-1 after fouling off that pitch, watches the slider in the dirt. 1-1 count, fouls off the sinker. Let's go ahead and look to try to put him away here. Trying to put this on the outer part of the plate, but this slider catches too much of the plate. Going back into left field, up against the wall. No leap, but it will be gone. Solo walk-off home run, his 13th of the season. Harrison Bader just walks off the Cincinnati Reds and the Baltimore Orioles. Not even fighting for playoff position. Are trying to ruin our number 1 seed. Just like that, we end up splitting with Baltimore after getting the loss there. We were able to at least stop the 5-game losing streak. And then we simulate the Pirates games because these are unimportant too. We split that series as well, going 2-2. We end up losing here 9-3. And I want to see something very important here as how we're losing. And it actually was Luis Caesar giving up 3 earned runs. Seth Lugo also giving up 3 runs too as well. But Luis Caesar we called up to see if he could maybe redirect his season. And even in this loss here where we lose 7-2, he came in and pitched 2. He got 2 outs to give up 2 more earned runs. So at 95 wins, we're a game behind the Phillies for the number 1 seed. So right now we're looking at the 2 seed, which will still give us a home playoff game against the Padres. But we want to get that 1 seed, get a nice clean bye, and have time to move on. But I said earlier, Caesar is still not working out. ERAs above 6. We sent him right back down to AAA. And there are some guys that were doing good down there that I had my eye on that could potentially help us out, further pushing these last couple of games just to get a look at them. Why not? We had Alexis Diaz, who's putting up good numbers, and rookie Darren Taylor. At 22 years old, he's looking strong at AAA. I just was like, he's too young. Let him keep developing at AAA. Let him get even better. He has a chance to be one of our best relievers. So I go ahead and go with Alexis Diaz. I had to add him to the 40-man roster. Thankfully, we still had 2 spots open. And we called him up here for the last couple of days. He might work his way onto the roster here for the postseason time. But I definitely wanted to make sure I got him up to make sure that our bullpen is strong because we need these last 6 games. I want to get the #1 seed. I'm not playing about it. And I'd love to get to 100 wins, but we'd have to go 5-1 in these last 3. And as you can see, the last time we played these 2 teams, we ended up doing a 3-3 split. So I don't know how likely it is, but we will see. Next time out, I'm thinking about getting into this start with Hunter Green to go ahead and end the season out. Just one more final start with Hunter Green, or we can play the last game of the season. You guys can let me know what you guys are feeling, but just hope you guys are ready for the postseason. We got one more episode to round out the video and round out the season, and then we'll be in postseason play. So look to have that episode for the postseason next Saturday. So a week from today, we will have games 1 and 2 of the postseason. I'm not sure how I'm going to format it, but I'm pretty sure I'll probably at least put those 2 in there, and we'll be hopefully getting a first round bye. But all that will be decided next time out. So if you guys want to see that, make sure you guys leave a like, comment, and subscribe down below for your boy. It really helps out, grows this channel, and grows the family even more. And I hope you guys are enjoying the MLB content as you guys did ask for it more often, and I'm giving it to you. So I will catch you guys in the next video, man. It's been your boy SGG, aka the King of Games, aka SmooveGotGame, aka GM Smooth. And me and the Reds are going to be out for the day, man. We'll catch you guys next time as we close out the season. Take a look at the final stats and I think awards. I don't know if they're finalized yet or if they're finalized in the postseason, but we'll find out later.